Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, everyone. How are you all doing today? Did you have an amazing first day of the cruise? Yeah, everything went well? You arrived happy and safe here on the cruise, and I believe all of you are excited to get off the ship today and go to explore Kotor and Montenegro. Anybody here been to Kotor before? No? Okay, very good. So I'm going to tell you everything, what to do outside, where to go, what to eat, what to buy, what to see, and what to expect outside. First of all, I didn't introduce myself. My name is Goga. I am from Croatia, and I'm your cruise next consultant on board. So just before we start talking about Kotor and Montenegro, I just want to tell you a little bit more what I do on board. So I'm working in a cruise next department, and what we do here, we are basically a future cruise consultants. We are here to make sure that you find out more about different ships and different ports and different places to cruise next on your next vacation. As well, while you're exploring different ships and itineraries as well, we are here to make sure that you're saving money as well. So we are giving you free money. It's not a joke. It's not one of those things that, oh, there's a free money, but there's no free money. There is a free money, very exciting. So when you get a deposit to book another cruise, today or this cruise, so you're getting the money to book another cruise. Let's say put down a deposit of $1,000. So you have $1,000 to book your another cruise in the next 4 years. You don't have to book a cruise today. And when you get deposit today, we give you half of your money back as an onboard credit today. So you're getting $1,000 for the future cruises, and you're getting $500 onboard credits today for free. This $500 will cover whatever charge you're going to have, whatever money you're going to spend this cruise, either in casino, shore excursions, spa, bar, restaurant, gratuities. You name it, this credit will cover your bill. So it's a great thing. In the case you know you're going to come back to see us, definitely get your deposit. I'm going to talk about that a bit later. It is my department, so I really want to make sure you to understand how this works. It's a great thing, especially if you want to come back to cruise with us again. So let's go back to our Kotor presentation. So beautiful Kotor is one of the little cities in the country of Montenegro. Montenegro is a pretty new country. It used to be part of Yugoslavia, so maybe you heard for that country. And so Montenegro is pretty new. And in the 90s, Yugoslavia got separated into 5 different countries. Croatia was one of these countries as well Montenegro. So today we're gonna arrive at this beautiful port. It's located in the Bay of Boka. It's really beautiful, it's amazing. Get your cameras, get your phones and take those photos, you're gonna love it. So we're gonna be anchored somewhere around here, like this ship, for example. So we're gonna be anchored today. It means there's gonna be tendering operations running today. In case you didn't get your tender tickets this morning, they were giving out tender tickets today between 8:30 and 9:30, I believe. If you didn't get your tender tickets, don't worry, you can still get off, but just wait for announcement, open tender. That's probably going to be around 3:30. So if you're not in a rush, if you're not in a hurry to get off the ship very fast, you can wait for an announcement, open tender. Otherwise, if you have a shore excursion, your shore excursion ticket is your tender ticket, so you don't have to worry about getting the tender tickets. As well, if you're a Latitude member, Gold, Platinum, Platinum Plus, in that case, just your key card. That's your access to get off the ship. So there's also benefits if you're cruising with us a lot. You got a free pass to get out fast. So yeah, let me just give you an idea of how we're going to sail this cruise. So we started from Venice. Our first port is Kotor. As I said, I'm from Croatia. Dubrovnik's Croatian port is very close to Kotor. So Croatia and Montenegro are very similar countries. And then once we pass down south, it's all Greece. Greece is really interesting, got amazing culture. I'm going to talk about Greece in other days as well. So this is just to give you an idea where we are and how do we sail. So as I said, Kotor is located in the Bay of Boka. So this is all Bay of Boka, and it's located in this big and beautiful fjord. This is the only fjord in Mediterranean. It's very interesting. Usually you can find fjords in the north of Europe, in Norway, for example. This one is the only fjord here in Europe, on the south part of the Europe. And it was formed millions of years ago when this used to be a big river. ice age. There was a big river that made this passage and created a fjord. So, of course, a million years after, the Mediterranean Sea got formed and the water got inside and also got here as well. So this is all part of the Adriatic Sea. We're gonna arrive to this fjord probably after 11:30. So after 11:30, go outside on open decks, go on your balconies, and just enjoy the view. The view is really outstanding, breathtaking, amazing. You're gonna see a beautiful big mountains, and then you're gonna be sailing between this passage. It's like a snake shape. And you're gonna take around almost 2 hours to reach the end of this passage of this fjord. So all this way you're gonna enjoy amazing views, You're gonna see a lot of resorts, a lot of these big mountains. It's really amazing. I don't have words to describe that. So you're definitely gonna enjoy that. And then we're gonna come here and we're gonna anchor somewhere right here in this area. So also on the way to this bay, we're gonna pass 2 little islands. There's only 2 little islands on the way here. They're located somewhere right here. So make sure to stand on the port side of the ship if you wanna see those 2 little islands. So they're gonna be right before we anchor, somewhere around here. And they got really interesting stories, so I want to tell you about those 2 little islands. You can even take a short excursion to visit them. They got a really nice story, and I'm going to tell you right away about the story. Like this one, Our Lady of the Rocks. That's the name of the island. And the story goes like that. So 500 years ago, there was, as Kotor was a fisherman village, there was lots of fishermen sailing around here, going out of this bay and fighting the sea and rough sea. And 2 sailors on the way back home from the rough sea, they found on this way a couple of rocks just on the sea, and there was a picture of Virgin Mary. They were really grateful and thankful, and they thought this is a miracle, really nice, they are safe, they got back home. They were so thankful. Every time they were coming back from the sea, they were leaving rocks here. The other sailors, they followed this act as well, and they would also leave a lot of rocks. That way, they formed this little island. So this is the only artificial island here in Adriatic. So all these locals here, they created this island. Eventually, after hundreds of years ago, the island got a little bit bigger, and they built a little chapel here. The chapel is really nice. Inside, you're going to find the silver plates with all the stories and memories of the sailors who built that and who survived the rough sea. So it's really nice story, and as well there's a legend about a lady who she waited for her sailor for 20-30 years. He never made it back. He probably got stuck somewhere in the sea. He never made it back. She was waiting for him until she died, and while she was waiting, she was making a tapestry. She made a tapestry out of golden and silver strings, as well out of her own hair. And you can see that right here in this chapel. It's an amazing story and legend. Definitely go and see this island. Very easy to access the island. You can either take a short excursion with a team on board, or if you go outside, you're going to see there's going to be a lot of guys, locals, providing flyers and different kind of tours. So you can just ask them, we can give you a boat tour right here to this island. So it's not too far away of the place where the tender is going to take you to port. It's probably going to take you 15-20 minutes to get to this island. So if you want to find out more about this island and see that, I would highly recommend going and do that. It's an amazing story. How did they create that? It's really beautiful. And right next to it is another island. It's island of St. George. This one doesn't have that nice legend and story. It's just an island. It's really unique, and it's located right next to the Our Lady of the Rocks island. So they're right next to each other, and as I said, around probably like 1:30 when we're going to be arriving in this last part of fjord, you're going to see these 2 islands. You cannot miss them. It's amazing. It looks really pretty. So this one right here, as I said, doesn't have that specific story. There's just a chapel with a little graveyard. Usually you get more dark story that there's a lot of secrets hidden on this island, because you can see got a lot of trees, and it looks like it's hiding some kind of secrets here. So yeah, in case you want to see these 2 islands, as I said, you take a boat tour and it can take you to these 2 islands. And then the next thing, definitely that you should see, and you all gonna see that right as we come with the tender to the port. So the tender takes you from the ship to the port. You just cross the street, and that's this old city. So old city is located right in the port. You cannot miss it. And in Old City, it was built in the 15th century. This big walls was built at that time, and they're protecting this little city. City is very, very small, nothing too big. You can walk through all the city probably in a couple of hours. There's lots of shopping, lots of restaurants, bars, a great place just to walk out and to relax and enjoy the city. So you don't have to take any kind of shuttle buses, taxis. No, you just walk out of the tender, cross the street, and there's Old City. It's really beautiful. You can just enjoy it. It's very similar to Venice. Venetians were ruling this area as well for quite some time. So it's very similar to Venice. As well, the city is UNESCO World Heritage Site, so everything looks very old and nice and preserved, so definitely enjoy it. You're going to find lots of churches inside as well, and yeah, as I said, just get lost in the city. There's lots of little streets. It's really beautiful. So that's my recommendation. Just go to the Old City. And then from the Old City, you probably heard about steps. There's 1,300 steps that can take you to the top, where you can just observe this beautiful bay and the Old City. So with the tender will take you somewhere right here. Our ship will be here. Tender will take you here in the port. And basically from the port, you cross the street, and this is Old City.